AI, it's our current buzzword. I'm old enough to be around the industry where I've lived through a few hype cycles already. The cloud, cybersecurity. We've in yet another one with vendors in the industry pushing a buzzword, and I say that because it is just a buzzword. Well, there's some cool things going on. If I say to AI to you, what does that actually mean? And for most, all they can sort of tell me back is Copilot and ChatGPT. Well, that's only one form of AI. That's generative AI. There's so much other technology out there in this category that do different things or implemented in different ways, have different use cases. The AI term in itself is so broad that it becomes meaningless. And if we're only focused on the consumer level business grade Gen AI, then we're missing a trick to really helping our clients' businesses. This is why so many partners are struggling to see monetization opportunity, but more importantly, they're not able to see how to actually help their clients. What we need to start viewing AI as isn't just the technology. AI has been around for over a century. There's been many concepts around it, and we're only just seeing some new technology being implemented more recently. And it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's needing more safeguards in place for Gen AI, then some more user training that's required. There's so many things that need to fall in place to really make this the revolution that everyone keeps talking about. What it really comes down to is business productivity. That's what we're really talking about. What technology can we utilize to make a business more efficient and more scalable? This is super important, especially in our APAC region, especially in the ANZ part of the region, is we lack the available talent and resources to scale our businesses and be efficient. There's a real opportunity to unlock a lot of businesses in our region to generate more revenue and more profit. And that's what clients really care about. But there's a lot of risks associated with it as well. But that's all too hard for a lot of us because most of us aren't advising our clients. And it's very difficult for us to advise our clients because we don't actually understand them. We don't know how they operate with all their systems and processes because for a lot of us, especially the traditional MSPs, we've stayed out of at the application layer. We've provided them with infrastructure, hands off, we don't touch the application. So we're detached. We then don't talk to them enough. We don't have, the owners have lost touch. They might have some personal long-standing relationships, but it's not so much a business relationship anymore. And our account managers aren't going and talking to our clients. And if we are, we're only talking to one key contact. We're not understanding the whole of business as a whole and the operations and the different functional areas in those businesses. So we can't advise, we have to default. But what's not helping is the vendors are flogging us, like always, to sell licenses. This isn't a license sale play. The technology is a solution once we understand what we're actually solving. What good is it coming with a piece of software and then trying to find a problem in a client as opposed to understanding what challenges the clients have and then how can we solve them? It's a very different approach. And for many of us, we've defaulted to that because that's the way we've been selling cybersecurity. That's how we've sold some other pieces of technology in the past. We're just a reseller. Clients don't need that. Clients need us to bring solutions to their business challenges and unlock opportunities. But there's not enough people out there talking about this. It's starting to come. So people are starting to realize this. But this is something I've been talking about quite passionately for the last couple of years, is what is the horizon of this kind of technology? What sort of things do we need to look at? And those sort of things are the change management in organizations. Everyone's forgetting the people. You can't just change a process and a system that fundamentally changed how someone operates in their role and expect it to magically work in the first place and then stick sustainably over time. People need training, people need understanding, people need to see that their job's not going to be cut out because we're moving to this system. we need to put in safeguards around cyber practices, around information security, train users on what sort of data they can use where, and not just dump sensitive information into public available systems. And then we need to work out and manage budgets, because IT sprawl is becoming huge. These new sort of technology are using different business methodology for their billing, that it's starting to be consumption based. Shadow IT sprawl is huge. Clients are needing our help to understand what they've got, what they can consolidate down to, what can integrate, all of these things. There's so much opportunity there, but we're not going to see that unless we understand our clients, and then we understand the technology, and then bring the two together. It's not just flinging a license and the world's problems are all solved. Clients don't have the skills and capabilities to understand this. Let's be honest, most of our industry doesn't have the skills and knowledge to help our clients. So we need to start taking the steps to educate ourselves and take our clients on a journey. They need to be educated and made aware of the basics now. And then as we progress with our skills, we can lead them along. The AI revolution isn't going to happen as fast as the vendors say. And I know that because of our previous hype cycles. We just need to look at the cloud. For most of us in the SMB space, it took over a decade for it to have any real impact. Office 365 came out in 2011. It took the majority of the industry till 2016 to start implementing it. And that's just because SPS Server was no longer available. It was forced upon us. We didn't adopt Teams for years until COVID happened. And again, we were forced to do it. So don't get caught up in the hype of vendors telling us that everything's going to change immediately. Clients don't have the data cleanliness. They don't have the system integration. They don't have the budgets to spend on these things blindly. And most importantly, their people aren't ready for immediate change. It's going to be slower than we think. Even though it's happening fast, it'll slow right down, and already has. So we need to get in front of this. You as a partner need to really understand your clients, understand opportunities out there to help those clients, and take them step by step. Think about it around increasing their efficiencies to increase profits, enabling them to scale and grow, and to reduce risk. If you do those things, it'll be very easy to monetize that through advisory and then sell any other solutions off the back of it. If someone's telling you any different, they're trying to sell some snake oil to you, because it just does not exist at this point in time. So think about it and start to look after your clients.